Okay, today we're doing a battle against GarrettG. He starts out with the Oxus. I go in for my Punk Maiden and use bulk up to get that stat raise. He switches into Infernape. I switch out to Brotobat if you're in a close combat, which he uses. Takes 17%. Then I go in for the Earthquake, to which he switches out for Alakazam. Takes 79% down. But that little bit of leftover, get it up to 20%. He uses Psychic, gets me down by 59. And switches out to Latios. I switch into Tsubaki, taking the Surf and a Thunderbolt like a boss. Then using Ice Beam. It doesn't do as much as I thought it would. It really doesn't. He switches back into his Deoxys. And then I go for the Protect. No, I go for the Wish and then go for the Protect. My bad. I looked out with that dodge from a Toxic. Then I switch out to Protobat, protecting another Toxic. It does nothing to him. And then goes for Earthquake. Does nothing. I go for an Acrobatics, thinking it would do more. It really didn't. I don't know why I thought it would. I then go and switch into Punk Maiden, taking the Seismic Toss, and then hitting it with Crunch, getting it down to 14%. He used a Toxic, but used the Lumberry Punk Maiden had on her. Then he switches into Dugtrio. I used Crunch, then Ice Punch. Switches into Infernape. I switch out into Protobat, taking the Mach Punch, and then going in for a. No, he went in for U-turn. Switched out to Dragonite. I go in for a Toxic, hitting the Dragonite. I then lose Protobat to that waterfall. It's a little bit of a setback, but nothing seriously wrong. I use Tsubaki. He switches back out to his Latios. I go for an Ice Beam, and then he goes for a Roost. This happens for like 2 turns. It's just constant Ice Beam and Roost spamming. Before he switches out into Deoxys, I use Ice Beam again, get it down to 1%. Because of a focus band. Uses Recover, keeps getting up, and I use Skull trying to get that burn. I get it on the second try, which is good. It'll keep him occupied and take a little damage at the end each time. I use the Wish, take the Toxic damage, and then switch into Punk Maiden. He uses Stealth Rock, which is strange to use this late in the game. The Wish heals up Punk Maiden to full HP. I take that thing down with a Crunch. He sends out his Infernape and uses Mach Punch. It brings me down to half. I use High Jump Kit and Oko it. Sends out his Latios and hits Punk Maiden down with the Dragon Pulse. I send out Cappy and have him use Tail Slap. And with Skill Link, that brings it up to 5 each hit. Do it again, and that Dragonite and Latios drop dead like flies. Alright, that's the end of this battle. I hope everyone enjoyed it. With this new microphone I just bought, it's probably a lot better sounding. Rate it, subscribe it if you want. You really don't have to. But any feedback at all would be a good set. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.